I'm Jennifer West, and this is my husband, Christopher West. We've been here about 4.5 years. Yeah, we originally started when our kids were a little bit smaller, and they've pretty much grown up in the church, and they love it. They've both been saved and baptized here, and he got to help baptize both of them. Our daughter Chloe, when she was probably 8 months old, she developed eczema, and so she struggled with that from time to time, but it was really no big deal until she was probably in 7th grade. And she broke out with a little rash on her face, and Chris took her to the doctor, and they just said it was allergic reaction. And then she started breaking out with the hives, and it was mostly on her face and her neck, and the doctor he didn't know what to do. He put her back in the hospital, and he had tried different medications which kept her in the bed all the time. And then they eventually had to put her on homebound. And so he sent us to Cincinnati Children's Hospital, to where we got 2 different diagnoses each time we went. And at that point, we knew that there was something else we had to do. So we found another doctor through Cincinnati that diagnosed her with idiopathic urticaria and angioedema, which is chronic swelling and hives. And the idiopathic means they don't know why she has it.
You know, with Chloe, she's always energetic, and then all this started, and you sit and think, why? You know, I've had medical issues in my past, you know, as a flight paramedic, so I've seen death, and I've seen sadness and everything throughout the years. But, you know, when you're dealing with it with your own child, it's completely different. You know, when it first started, we was trying to work through it, and it just kept progressively getting worse and worse and worse. And at that point in time, you're just like, you know, why? And you start to really think, you know, yeah, I've done all this stuff. I'm obedient. Why is it happening?
Well, with me, it was maybe a little bit different because I was always really calm about it for the most part. Of course, I'd have my little breakdowns, but for the most part, I was calm. And people would always say, oh, I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know how you do it. And then I would wonder, well, why am I taking this, you know, easier than what I thought I would? And then I knew, I was like, well, God's with me, and I've got this. I know He's going to take care of her. With Chloe, one time she had came to me and she said, Mom, why is this happening? And I said, well, Chloe, I think that God has gave you the desire to be in this medical field for a reason. I think that you're going through this now to maybe help so many other people in the future, that maybe you'll be called to help people with the same illness that you have. And that you can actually say, hey, I've been through this, and I'm gonna help you. And after talking about that, she seems more content, and she's more understanding, and she doesn't question as much as she did. We have found a doctor in West Virginia, an immunologist, that suggested she try a shot called Xolair. And it's a monthly injection, and he seemed very positive about it, but the side effects could be cancer, and it could be blood clots. There were numerous side effects, and he said, we'll go ahead and mix it up, and we will try 1 month free of charge. I just want to see how she does. And so we did it, and she was completely free the entire month till like the last week. She started showing signs of the swelling and hives again.
The positive outcome for me is, you know, I think I've got closer with Chloe. I think I've got closer with my whole family because of this. You know, our son Dakota, you know, he's had to go through this with us too. And, you know, I think together it's brought us all closer together as a family, as in faith. You know, positive notes is this last doctor that we have went to, he's kind of given us a little bit of hope, you know. But
yeah, I'm like with him. I feel that it's got us closer together as a family because, you know, we have these long doctor's appointments and these long car rides, and Dakota always goes with us. He always wants to be there with her. And so we always talking and playing games. And then we also, you know, we sit down and we do Bible studies together some. And you know, we always talk about, you know, her illness and when she's ready to talk about it. And then Dakota, he's, you know, always willing to jump in and just say, I'm here for you, sis. And I think it's just, actually, it's brought us closer together. And I know that God's got big plans for her and big plans for Dakota.